The Retro Mimi Tiramisu Model S. $49.99 is going to get you an all-winner F1C 200S CPU, 64MB of RAM, a 320x240 IPS 2-inch LCD screen, a 600mAh battery with up to 3.5 hours playtime, one USB-C port, a 4 or 8GB SD card depending on the model, an 80-gram little device with the dimensions of 106x56x10 millimeters, which is only the width of a credit carrier, but slightly longer than a credit card. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the Tiramisu Tesla Model S. I cannot believe that companies are making retro handhelds which play the retro games. I didn't even know there was a market for that, and this must be the first company that's ever done this, because I don't think there's any other handhelds on the market that claim to be able to play retro games. And so this one right here, ladies and gentlemen, is a pioneer. It's also small, and we haven't had many of those recently. Oh my god, it works! Okay, look, I'm being slightly sarcastic. Obviously, this one is one of a billion retro handheld game console playing devices that get released every single year, and what is going to make this one any different to the others? Well, let's find out, because I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't got my hopes too high. I've played this for about 10 minutes on the toilet, got bored, turned it off, and read the back of my shampoo bottle. It comes in the form factor of a business card type deal. It's an aluminium backed device with a plastic front. I actually quite like the look of it, to be honest with you. A lot of people don't like the whole transparent vibe thing, but I mean, I do like the look of it. Unfortunately though, this is the kind of plastic that scratches immediately, and obviously the screen is underneath the plastic that is the entire device, you can see there. So once that starts scratching, you're going to have scratches on your screen, which is going to obstruct your gameplay potentially. It comes with a USB-C cable, which feels absolutely like every other USB-C cable ever. At least it's USB-C though, and not micro USB. Any companies still making things with micro USB should not exist. This is the instruction manual, and I don't think we need to read that. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is the thing itself. You've got two shoulder buttons up on the top, which is really cool, the fact that they've even managed to squeeze them in there. You've got your D-pad. It is actually a directional pad and not 4 separate buttons, which I rate. You've got 4 separate action buttons, which unfortunately are not marked, which is actually going to cause a few problems for some people, I imagine, who haven't maybe played these retro games in a while. You've got select, menu, and start, and all of those are indicated on the bottom, which is sort of like UV etched or something into the aluminum back. It's a little bit difficult to see. You've got the SD card slot there. Mine was sent to me for free by the company about 5 months ago, so I don't think they still care about this review or not. I don't think they're even going to see it. I'm certainly not going to tell them I've uploaded it, because I'm probably going to be slating this thing quite a lot. The thing has come loaded with a bunch of games on it. I don't know if that was for the review unit, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not sure if they come preloaded with games. That being said, it does actually say it comes with 150 games built in, and up to 15,000 classic games with an external card. What? Where are they getting these numbers from? I don't know, but this one comes with some games on it, and all of the games are in Chinese, so that's fun. The logo for the Model S is the Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons. Right, enough jibber jabber. Let's turn this thing on and see how disappointed we're going to be. Because remember, this thing is $50, which is a lot of money. And I know it's in a nice form factor, but the form factor sort of will go out of the window when you've played it for about 3 hours. You realise it's really uncomfortable and there's a lot of screen tear. Oh, spoilers. So we've got Neo Geo, Famicom, Super Famicom, which is also Super Nintendo and NES. You've got Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Mega Drive, Sega Master System, although it's showing us the Game Gear. We've got the PC Engine, and we've got PlayStation 1 and Arcade. So that's actually really good. Right, let's go straight to Game Boy Advance. And that's what I was talking about, by the way, with all of the Chinese titles there. But if we scroll to the right, you can actually see the artwork of the games. Let's turn that down, that's awful. So select and the shoulder buttons turn up and down the volume, which is actually quite handy to know. Look, there's a bunch of Game Boy games preloaded on here, which is always appreciated, and I don't want to be looking a gift horse in the mouth or anything, but they are all in Chinese. Interestingly, they're actually the IQ version. We're going to play Mario Kart because that one is a great indication of screen tear and stuff like that. Specifically, the wheel that like rolls off the screen, that's a really good way. Look, IQ. That's a really good way to see if there's going to be screen tear on this device. So let's quickly get to that and see what it's saying. Here we go, look. See this wheel here behind here? Yep, a lot of screen tear. Brilliant. Look, for $50, by the way, you do sort of expect these things to be pretty capable because there's a lot of very good devices out there for not a lot of money. And this one, just because it's thin, does not mean you should buy it because ultimately it's a bit of a gimmick that it's thin. It's probably quite uncomfortable after long gameplays, and I'd rather have something which had a nice crispy screen. But look, it's not doing too badly. I can't sit here and say that it's terrible. I'm playing Mario Kart on something the same width as a credit carrier, which is pretty impressive by my standards. Right, and if we press menu, that is going to take us into the menu. Surprise, surprise. Everything's in Chinese, which is really good. How do we get out of here then? Let's try the bottom one. That has worked. Let's try a little bit of PlayStation 1 because that is actually... Oh, it's empty. Well, we can't try any PlayStation 1 because it's empty and I don't have any ROMs of that and I'm not about to commit piracy. I'll see if I can find someone else's footage. Wow. I'm definitely watching that footage. It looks like it can play it, but not that well. It's almost like it's a bit of a gimmick. Right, back to the review. Okay, right, we've got to try a little bit of original Game Boy because if it can... Scanning games. Okay, so I've spent another 20 minutes staring at this thing, wondering how the hell I got here, and I have discovered that some of the files actually still work. The Mega Drive one is a no-no, don't go into that one because you have to turn it off and on again. The Game Boy one, that's also a no-no, but Super Famicom works. Look at that, there's a list of games. And they all actually appear to be in English. Oh no, that's just the titles of them. No, the actual game art itself is very Chinese. But I wonder if... Wait a minute. Is that who I think it is? Why has he got a game? The screen is really impressive. I will give it that. There is absolutely no flaws with the screen whatsoever. It's very crisp. It's very sharp. The colours are very vibrant. It looks good. Here we go. Oh! Oh, this is really good. Oh, this is really smooth. Oh, hang on. Oh no, there's quite a bit of screen tear. That's a shame, because processing power-wise, it looks really good. It's all nice and smooth. All the animations are really nice. There is that screen tear that we saw before, though, with the sort of the horizontal line down the middle of the screen having a bit of an issue. I don't think it's necessarily the best way to play your retro handheld games out there, but it's... Yeah, that's all right, actually. That's all right. Right, we're going to wrap this up then with a little bit of Neo Geo. There's 147 Neo Geo games, which is very impressive. Let's see how this does. Oi, hang on. Neo Geo looks really bloody good. Look at that. Oh, he's done me in there. I think I've died. Yeah, he's won a round. Ha! Can't believe it. No way. Oh, no. Oh, he's done me in. He's done me in. He's done me right in. Oi. Fair play to him. Fair play to him. He deserved that. Yeah, I deserve that loss. I'll take that. I'll take that on the chin. In fact, I'm going to turn it off. Wow. Round of applause for him, that. He did me in there. Look, this thing isn't the worst thing in the world. It's certainly not good. You know, there's a lot of devices out there now which do this and better. That whole sort of horizontal line in the middle of the screen with all of the glitches around that, we don't need that anymore. We have got a million different options out there right now, and $50 is a lot of money to spend on this. Just because it's thin and it's got a nice metal case does not mean you should go out and buy it. There's a lot of better things out there that you can buy. I'm going to leave some video reviews in the description to other things I recommend for a similar price tag. Thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you, Tiramisu, for sending this to me. Retro Mimi, Power Kitty, however you are. Yes, I know it's not tiramisu, it's Trimui, but tiramisu sounds a lot funnier. I do feel like maybe I've been a little bit harsh on this thing, so I thought I'd speak to the leading handheld experts in the retro space, Retro Dodo, and see what they thought.
Terrible.
And I also asked them if they recommended it.
No.